Welcome, everybody, to my franchise business assessment webinar. I'm Rich Greer, your franchise broker. So today we're going to go over the franchise business assessment. How taking the assessment is crucial to your franchise due diligence and why the franchise business assessment is important in helping me to find the right franchises to present to you for your review. As a friendly reminder, if you haven't already completed the business assessment, please do so in time to give me 4 to 5 days necessary to review the assessment report and conduct the research for the right franchises to present to you with your unique business goals and acumen. Allow me time to reach out to the franchises to determine if they have availability in your area, and then to create the research presentation slides for your review. It should take you over 15 to 20 minutes to take the assessment. Please feel free to share that link for the assessment with your spouse or any potential partners. And when you're taking the assessment, if you click the box, send a copy of the report to me, you'll also get the same report that I get. Please key any questions you have on this webinar, please key in your chat box, and we'll get to those at the end of our call today. I'll answer as many questions as time permits. If I don't get to your question, or if you're reviewing this presentation as a recording, feel free to write or call me with your questions. My contact information will be on the final slide. So let's get started. So today we're going to be talking about that business assessment, how that helps me to help you. The assessment gives me a deep dive into your business values, the best culture for you, work style preferred, fast, slow, your business acumen, whether you're more sales oriented or perhaps more operations, more finance leaning, and which business sizes fit you. Some people are better suited for single units, some multiple units. And so by gathering this information off the assessment, I'm able to go to a service that I subscribe to, which is much like the real estate agent's multiple listing service, but this is called the franchise listing service. And I'm able to compare your values and culture, work style, etc., with what the franchisors are looking for to get the best options to present to you for your review. So just a real quick reminder, in previous webinars, I talk about this in much more detail. Won't do that today. Please review my YouTube webinar called The Franchise Business Model, and we'll go into this much more detail. But just real quickly, the first part of my process with my clients is we have an initial call where we talk about my client's background, their goals, the reasons for looking at franchising and industries they're interested in. And then after this call, we always will schedule our research Zoom meeting. And this is where I would present 4 to 5 franchises in PowerPoint presentation, talk about who they are, what they do, how big they are, earnings claims, etc. And it's all based on what I learned from my initial call with my clients and also taking that business assessment. So after our initial call, I will send my client a link to take the business assessment. If they don't take it, we're done because my hands are tied. I have no idea what kind of culture values, your business acumen. So you will send you an email a couple of days before the research just to remind you. I don't have it yet, so that we're able to continue our process. Now, this is an example of one of my clients' assessment. I blocked out anything that has to do with their name, who they work for, etc. So as not to in order to protect their privacy. So this client, he's an achiever. I'm an achiever. Achievers are, and by the way, I don't have to go off this one page because I do this all the time. But I'm going to go down and define what these values and culture, et cetera, mean in detail for you. But an achiever is we're the guys who are the come with me or get out of my way. I'm going to make it with or without you kind of guys. We're the bulldogs, the bulldozers. And this particular client, their biggest values are growth, success, and achievement, which coincides with these dots. The larger the dot, the more important this is to them in their personal and professional life. So when I'm looking at franchises, I'm looking for franchises that I know an achiever will be very comfortable in. But I'm going to make sure that we're touching on franchises that show great scalability and sustainability for my clients, because this particular client's looking for growth and success and achievement. He likes a slower workplace. And as you can imagine, I'm using this also when I'm looking at the franchises. Some of my clients like fast-paced workplace, uh, relationship here. Some people, a priority are people, could be wealth as a priority. So again, I'm looking at what will be best matched for my client. Here's their business acumen. So this person is kind of a jack of all trades. I don't get this very much, but his sales are just as high as his executive and leadership. So if I see someone that's high in sales and maybe a little lower in the executive or leadership, I'm looking for franchises where they're looking for franchise owners with deep sales backgrounds that can hire a general manager that can be more of the day-to-day operations person. If I see someone really high in executive leadership, but kind of maybe low on sales planning and channel, I'm going to look at franchises where the franchises owners are looking at for candidates who are leaders who are going to be in the office every day-to-day operations people, and you can hire out the sales portion of the business. This particular client has above average sales, and they would be very comfortable with either single or multiple units. So that opens a lot of doors for this person. Compliance, I love to see this because the higher the compliance, the better we're going to do in a franchise. Franchising is all about following someone else's processes and systems. If I have a client that comes in at low, I usually tell them you might be more comfortable in an independent, because where you set all the laws and all the rules. But here, to be successful in franchise, you're going to have to follow someone else's processes. This shows the maturity of the franchise this particular client would be working on. The larger the dot, the more mature the franchise it is. In this case, an empire is these are the Subways and McDonald's who are not interested in talking to us unless we're a group with $100 million to invest. So these are going to be more mature franchises, maybe with 100 to 200 franchisees. They've been around for a while. This is going to be more of an emerging franchise. Maybe been around for 20 years, but they've only been franchising for 4 or 5 years and only have maybe 20 to 50 franchises. So again, I'm looking for this client. I'm looking for a more mature franchise and a slower, relaxed workplace, friendly and functional. This is his business culture that he would be comfortable in. He's being an achiever. Control is very important to this person. So we're looking at control, stability, and unity. I mentioned I'm looking at scalability and sustainability for this client, very high on his list. Okay, so this tells us what an achiever is. Now, if you come in as an emulator, belonger, or societal, it'll explain what your traits are here. But this achiever is a tenacious business builder, never satisfied until he dominates the market. They prefer unique, scalable, quality service and business or practical solution-oriented concepts. So this is giving me a clue into the type of business that I'm looking at for my clients, that he can scale to get a large market share out of his locale. Now this some more ideas about my client, but this shows that those values we talked about. Notice the top three. Now, if they're splatter dots, what that means is right now, when he took this assessment, there's something in fairness not not lining up correctly, something in an independence not lining up correctly. So, he probably needs to spend some time figuring out what this is. This is, and remember, this is not just personal, professional, it's personal as well. But his top three are being met. He seems to be content with the growth and success and achievement in his life. He's looking really for something that's going to give him more fairness in life and independence. So, of course, that's what I'm going to be looking for him as well. Okay, and this talks about, again, the size of the franchises. This gives you some definitions of each of these maturity of these franchises. Uh, the culture, he's a control. I'm a control freak. I'm the guy who, when I go into my bathroom and the ends of the bath towels are not lined up, they will be when I leave the bathroom. I'm such a control freak, and so is this client. So, um, uh, and this defines who this person is. He's looking for a structured and conventional workplace to work. So everything's battened down. All the processes are battened down for this client. He's looking for stability, performance, and efficiency operations. He values standardization control, typically has a well-defined process for decision making. And he's a connector. This is his work style. He is a people person, warm, supportive. So I'm looking for something where he's going to get his clients from connecting with people. His competency, these are business acumen again. So he's very so R&D and technical kind of low for him, but the franchise takes over R&D. The franchise takes care of resource and training. So there's so many to this the franchisor takes care of for him. But he's really good at the leadership and the sales both. Again, that's pretty rare. Usually I get someone that's high on one end and low on the other end. And this tells me that he's going to be very successful, either a single unit or multiple unit franchises. And this is telling me some of his wants and needs when he's looking for a legacy income. He's looking for control. And so why am I interested in that? Because I want to find something that's going to meet what's important to him. Okay, so let me look at my chat box, and I only have one question. Rich, I have the franchise research Zoom meeting scheduled with you coming up next week, but I haven't taken the business assessment yet. Should I cancel or reschedule our upcoming Zoom meeting? So, well, it depends. If you can take the business assessment and give me 4 or 5 days, 4 or 5 days before our franchise research Zoom meeting, then no problem. We got plenty of time. Or even if you can do it within a couple of days, I can expedite it. I can really, kind of put other things I'm working on hold and work solely on that. It'd be nice if I got 4 or 5 days to work on your research presentation, but if I had to do it within 2 days, I could do that. And part of my process is when I'm I'm going to go way up here. Uh, I sent you that link to take the assessment uh, a couple of days before our research review is scheduled. I will send an email to you. It'll go out to you automatically if you have not done the assessment yet, to let you know, to just to remind you. So that's a long answer to your question, and I apologize. But if you're on vacation, something else is happening that you don't think you can take the assessment, and it only takes about 15 minutes. But if you don't think you can take the assessment and give me a couple of days to review the assessment, please do reschedule us for another time. I will send you an email that'll have not only my calendar link, but I'll also have that link for that assessment again too. So I appreciate your question. Great question, by the way. And for everyone else, if you have any other questions, please reach out to me. There's my email address. Here's my phone number. You can text to my phone number, and I look forward to talk to you soon. Everyone have a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of your week. God bless you.